Cinema Worms.
Discussing everything from Grima Wormtongue to the Shy Halib.
I'm Sabib.
And I'm Linz.
And this is Cinema Worms Podcast. We're going to be discussing Sentimental Value, which we saw, I think, last week. But we're just getting a chance to discuss now, and it's really stuck on my mind since. This is the latest film from Joachim Trier, who directed it, and he also co-wrote it with Eskil Vogt. It follows these two sisters, I think they're in their 30s, in Norway. I think it's Norway, right? Sweden?
I thought it was
Norway.
Yeah,
it's definitely Norway.
It's Norway.
But then I got in my head.
Yeah.
It's Norway. So there are these two Norwegian sisters. Nora, played by Renette Renzevi, who was the star of Trier's film, which I absolutely adored, The Worst Person in the World. She's the star in this film. And her sister Agnes is played by Inga Ib's daughter Lilius. And they are semi-estranged from their father, Gustav, played by the renowned Stellan Skarsgård. And basically he's a famous director who is like known throughout the film industry and in Norway, but also has not really been present in their lives. Their mother passes away and kind of brings their father back into their life. Nora is an actor. She's really good at what she does, a stage actor, but seems to be struggling with her own sort of like depressive and anxious tendencies, including complete meltdowns before the opening nights of her shows.
That was horrible to watch. I was so stressed. That's another stressful
thing. Good way to start the film.
Yeah, great.
Keep us on our toes. Agnes is a much softer, right, and seems grounded and is married with a kid. And so their father comes back into their life after their mother's death, and he approaches Nora with a script, basically based on something in his past, and he has written the starring role for her. She ends up turning it down because of her kind of disgust and anger with him about the way he's not been available for the family and in her life, and she just doesn't trust him. So he kind of goes out, tries to make the film on his own. Elle Fanning plays an actress. I forget her name. It was like really iconic in the film.
I kind of love Elle Fanning. Like,
she's great. Rachel Kemp. I immediately believed she was a real famous actress.
She's just so funny in real life. Like the Vanity Fair, polygraph test where she's just, her and her sister are giggling about how
I haven't seen it.
They would both like leave their partners for Jack Black, and they have a group chat based on just about how hot Jack Black is. And then the polygraph person is like, no lies were detected. It just cracks me up.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. I need to watch that.
They are so thirsty for Jack Black. It's really funny.
They seem to not take themselves too seriously.
No, they're just like, they just adore him.
So, Jack Black aside, the film, follows how Skarsgård's Gustav tries to get this film made with this like other really famous actor, but then there's something sort of just remains unresolved in his past, in his daughter's life, in the family kind of dynamic, and how they navigate their wishes to like make art, maybe to find connection, how they establish their artistic identity, loneliness, and all these themes that are quite common in Trier films. I'll stop there. The music was by Hania Rani, though, and I've listened to other soundtracks she's done, so I was vibing. I was like, "This is
You
nice."
were vibing. I was really annoyed that they played a song over the trailer, and they did not play it in the film.
Classic move, though.
Oh, you bait and switch me with this stuff. No, I liked this film a lot. It was an emotionally uncomfortable watch. I quite like that. Sometimes I like to be hurt. But it was kind of difficult watching this family dynamic, watching Gustav put down Nora's stage performances and be like, she's like, you don't come to these things, that you've never come, and he's like, I don't like the stage. He only appreciates film. And it made me think, where is the title of this being put into play? What is the sentimental value here? Is it the script that he's written that is mostly based on his childhood? Is it the fact that their mother was the thing kind of tying them together for most of it? Is it the sisters' relationship which is stronger than anything else? They've really just had each other to rely on. Or is it, as we see, you mentioned at the start, we see Nora freaking out before she goes on stage, and various people trying to get her on stage, like physically, and being like, no, you have to, they're pushing her.
It just shows like this, like, it's not a rage, it's like a panic.
It's a full-on panic.
Emotional distress that's like fighting to get out of her.
And by the end of that, she seems like she's worked through some things and she's able to do something. And I sort of thought maybe that was partly the sentimental value as well, is that coming to terms with, well, you don't need your dad's approval. You've never had it, but maybe you've always wanted it in a way because you were missing some validation from someone, a parental figure, to tell you that, you know, the thing that you're doing and that you love and that you've made a career is okay, even if that parent values something else. And at the end, it feels like she's made peace with some things about herself. And I thought, like, you know, I like a film within a film or whatever. I love when people are like working on like a project and getting to see how the unreality of the project bleeds into what we're seeing as the reality of the film as well.
And
it's a matryoshka.
It is. The film is a matryoshka. It's actually quite layered and sophisticated and sometimes like opaque and imaginative at times. All the things I love in a film. Like, this was not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anything. I kind of went in kind of blind, and it has a lot of the vibes of The Worst Person in the World, in that it's quite existential and melancholic. You know, but it's a totally different way. It's a family saga, and it's like a personal history, but it's also something like more than that. You know, seeing those sequences going back in time through the house also being
the house was like the house was like another character as well, almost the mother who was not there because she was, you know, she died. It's interesting you keep talking about The Worst Person in the World, because I didn't realize for a bit that it was the same actress, because it's obviously been a while since we saw it, and I didn't really like it. And now I'm thinking maybe I just didn't get it the first time, or maybe I didn't have something that I might have needed to appreciate it more. I remember just not getting it on some level. There was some ennui or something like nostalgic, but in a sort of hauntological way, where it's like you're nostalgic for something you've never had, or a future that future that never existed. That's what hauntology is. And there's something that I could never understand why you loved it so much and why I just didn't get it. And now, after watching Sentimental Value, I think I kind of understand now what that other film might have been going for, but this one hit more for me, like way, way more. Not all of the bases, but like I certainly feel like I'm closer to getting like, oh, it's about pain, but not in the way that you might expect. But it's in
exactly.
It's a different color of pain, I think.
Ooh, why are you like nailing this film? And I thought I was a true fan, but like it's really hard to describe how all those themes coalesce of like family and identity and meaning and loneliness. Just like this, it's sort of like this psychic pain that traces through all of them. And I don't want to spoil the like peak scene that, you know, let's say something is read from the script that
it resonates.
He wrote.
It's almost a ripple thing.
It's really simple, but it conveys exactly what you're saying, those shades of pain. And it's not like I had a very like visceral emotional response to The Worst Person in the World, where I was like sobbing in the film, because it's more like it's actually less subtle.
Wait,
maybe.
Were you?
Yes.
I might have been the only.
Not sobbing. I was crying.
Okay, I'm like, did you cry during Close?
Maybe, yeah, probably.
You rarely cry during films, so it's
No, I cried during films.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, occasionally.
Misty-eyed at most.
No, I cried.
You're
tears
a dry
down my face.
woman.
The tears were salty.
Yeah.
And also randomly, just like side note, all the performances are great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Why was, Corey Michael Smith? He played Rachel Kemp's colleague, and he's the guy from the SNL movie, and then the millionaires in the Winter Lodge on HBO movie.
Oh, the Mountainhead?
Yeah, he was okay. This guy who was like he was like in the background of this film. I'm like, the dude's real famous.
Oh, I've like blocked the Mountainhead from my mind.
He's a really great actor, so I wonder if
why would you bring that up? Why would you bring that film up?
I love the Mountainhead.
It upsets me.
Anyway, Corey
some
Michael
people shouldn't be allowed to make films.
Side tangent. I'm just saying. Did you notice Corey Michael Smith was in the film?
I probably did notice him, but I didn't. I didn't say, there's our friend and colleague, sorry, Michael Smith. I didn't know who he was.
Well. Yeah. Trier, I love what you do, and I love how you do it. Yeah, I like this film.
Well, our microphone's actually plugged in this time, which it wasn't when I started the episode. So, hooray, that's a good start. As you can see, I'm doing well today.
Happy New Year!
Oh, happy fucking New Year. Jesus Christ. So, today we're going to be talking about Marty Supreme, directed by Josh Safdie of the Safdie brothers. Now, before we even get to the screenwriter part, do you remember what two films you compared it to coming out of the cinema?
The previous Safdie films, Good Time and Uncut Gems.
Yes. Now, did you know the screenwriter for Marty Supreme, Ronald Bronstein, co-wrote and co-edited, guess what? 2017's Good Time and 2019's Uncut Gems. He's a frequent collaborator with the Safdie brothers, although maybe not now so much that they've stopped making films together. Maybe he is a collaborator with each individual Safdie one at a time individually. Marty Supreme is yet another star vehicle film headed by young Timothy Chalamet, or as we refer to him here, Timmy Chalamet, playing someone just the exact opposite of his lead role in Wonka. This is the least Wonka performance I've ever seen. And it's not exactly a sports biopic as you might expect it. For one thing, it is such a loose adaptation of real-life American table tennis player Marty Reisman's life that you might be forgiving for thinking, as I did, that it was an original story. I really hope that most of the stuff depicted in Marty Supreme did not actually happen to Reisman, because that guy has shrapnel in him otherwise. Goddamn, dude. So anyway, Timothy Chalamet is playing Marty Mauser, a slight name change here from the real life guy. A young man keen to make a name for himself playing the rising sport of table tennis. He has an affair with his married childhood friend Rachel, played by, I'm probably going to get this wrong, Odessa. Is it Azion or Azion?
I actually don't know.
Oh, I don't know why I expected you to know that.
I've seen her in something else, but I don't know what her name is.
So I am told, I'm reliably informed by the internet, that she is not wearing the best wig in this film, but I could not tell because I am hair blind as well as face blind.
I couldn't tell at all.
I was like...
I just thought her hair was crazy.
I was like...
she got crazy hair.
It's just like, girl doesn't brush, it's whatever, you know, I don't know it's a wig. How am I supposed to know these things? Marty works for his uncle in a shop in Manhattan's Lower East Side, but in order to attend the World Championships in London, this very first act pretty much in the film is to steal $700 and jet set across to England, kicking off his career in a huge way. Marty works for his uncle in a shop in Manhattan's Lower East Side, but in order to attend the World Championships in London, he steals $700 and jet sets across to England, kicking off his career in a huge way that almost, but not quite, matches his incredibly oversized ego. That also leads to him, as you'll see in the trailer, him having an affair, this time a new one. This guy loves affairs. This time with Kay Stone, who is played excellently by Gwyneth Paltrow. Kind of lost herself in this role, like, beautifully. I sort of forgot I was looking at Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Marty is an asshole, and he never stops being an asshole. And the film ramps up just event after event, and horrible choice after horrible choice. And if you've seen Good Time or Uncut Gems, you're probably familiar with feeling the kind of dread that I certainly feel watching these films, where somebody is just making, like, the worst decisions that you could make all of the time. You never make a good one, and you're pretty much not nice to anybody around you. I have, some other notes about like who played who, but let's get into it a little bit before we do those other side characters. What did you think of Marty Supreme? I realized we were clutching at each other at one point during the film quite desperately.
Yes, it was a surprising film because I think I went in, and in that first half hour, I wasn't expecting it to be very similar in pacing and vibe and tension, sort of driven escalations as Good Time and Uncut Gems, but it actually is very much in the vein or a continuation of those films. And not to say it doesn't have its own world and its own distinct narcissistic character, self-destructive narcissistic character.
Oh, Lord, and is he?
They're each distinct in their own way. So maybe I wasn't like feeling up to another just like stress fest.
I didn't know it was going to be one. I thought it was going to be ping pong and fun. And instead I was stressed the whole time.
I don't know what I was expecting, but the thing is, the beginning, I was getting a vibe where it was almost, this is going to sound crazy, there were some threads that reminded me of like parts of Sentimental Value, and it goes back and
could not be a more different
film. No, they're not. No, I know. Like the way it goes through history, and you have these flashback sequences, and it's like set in different points of time occasionally. But this one is a period drama. So I got a sense of like something very historical, something very lived in and textured, and grand. Grand and sort of sweeping. So that was the vibe I got, and I was like, this is a very cool film, playing 1980s music in a 1950s film, and it's just beautiful visually, and I was really into that. But then really what it is like very well paced and incredibly taut, but it's just one shit show after another.
It's well paced in the way a Formula One rally is well paced. Like, they start and it's 100 and we never stop. We're just lapping and lapping and lapping, and we're always going, and it's just, you very rarely get a chance to stop. There's always fun things happening.
Yeah, I wanted to ask what you think of the character, but go ahead.
Well, I kind of, I want to talk about some of the other characters before we get back to Marty, because they definitely deserve their flowers here. So Tyler, the creator, plays Wally, who is Marty's taxi driver friend and fellow hustler. Kevin O'Leary plays Kay's husband. Influential pen businessman is a thing I have written, with a name right out of the golden age of America, Milton Rockwell. Just... That's the most American thing I ever heard. Also, we have Koto Kawaguchi, who plays Marty's toughest opponent, Endo Kato, who is actually, in real life, Kawaguchi is a deaf tennis player. So the character of Endo was based on a real-life opponent of the real Marty Reisman, a guy called Hiroji Sato. And Kawaguchi I thought, he really stole the show. He was like a completely wonderful... player. Like, he wants to win. You can see it in his face. He is just very, very good. The way he handles himself is really graceful and elegant, and he has honor and respect for his fellow players and for the game himself, which Marty doesn't have at all. And it's just, they could not be more indifferent, different to each other. It's this sort of quiet Japanese deference to this brash, awful American that's just, and that kind of gets leaned into at one point as like a marketing technique. But yeah, Marty is, the last few things we've seen, old Timmy and young Timmy. Yeah, young Timmy. I think he's going from strength to strength. I have yet to see him in something. I didn't particularly like Wonka, but that's just because it wasn't really my taste. But he was still good in it. The last few things I've seen him in, like Bones and All, The Dunes, he's been fantastic. The Bob Dylan film biopic, A Complete Unknown. He's just... And for me, he's been one of those people that you're like, oh, it's another, like, Chalamet film. But he's starting to disappear into roles where I'm forgetting that it's him I'm watching some of the time. And that's really, really interesting. He's not picking, like, your safe career path. He's going for things that are really quite challenging for him, but he's knocking it out of the park. I actually have a lot of respect for him doing that. At least he never coasts. You can't say that about him. The boy never coasts.
No. This character is, not to say that he's a raging, sometimes almost psychopathic narcissist.
Well, I would say that, yeah. That's why I'm saying, I hope the real guy isn't like that, because he must be a horrible person.
No, I'm saying that I don't think Chalamet is, I'm not saying, he's like this character, but it's funny that this role came along at this point in his career. Just given...
I wonder if that's why he took it, because he trained for 2 years. He played table tennis for 2 years in order to be good enough to do
way.
this.
I was like, is that really him playing?
He seems like... I'm not going to say he's method acting, but like I feel like whenever he picks a project, he really goes full tilt at it. And I do...
Yes.
You really respect that. Like, I'm so interested to see what this guy's career is going to be like.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just phenomenal. And sure, some of his like public persona, I can tell he knows he's awesome, and he knows it.
If I was Timothy Chalamet, I would be swinging around as well.
Yeah. Like, even in an acceptance speech, like, last year or something, he's like, I want to be one of the greats.
I mean,
like, that's what I'm trying to do.
Listen, I saw that. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying you want to be. Announcing your own ambition. I would like to be a great author. And I don't think that's arrogant to say that's my ambition, is to work my butt off till I get there. That's not to say I'll ever get there, or, like, I think I am so talented as to do it, but I know that I will work for whatever I achieve, and I have a goal. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And if he wants to be a great, especially in this kind of the industry that obviously we talk a lot about the way things have changed. There's a lot of IP scraping. There's a lot of, it's this thing rebooted or whatever. And I'm like, this guy is choosing a lot of decent stuff to work on. I haven't seen him coast through anything yet. He's not phoning in any performances. When he does something, he does it all the way. And I'm so far from being anybody's fangirl. Apart from Laura Dern, who can do no wrong. And also Lucy Liu, who can call me.
Yes.
But apart from that, I like a project at a time. I rarely like, as you know, I like a song, not a band, is usually what I say about it. I like a movie, not an actor. But yeah, he's doing well. And what about Gwyneth Paltrow? We talked about that a little bit on the way home. Like, whew, that was a good performance. And I don't recall loving her and anything else, really. But, like, that was great.
Yeah, she really stood out. She very much disappeared into the role in a really, like, unself-conscious way. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was very convincing. It wasn't actorly. And also, I agree with you. The actor who played Koto Endo, he was Koto Kawaguchi, also remarkable, and he didn't speak one bit in the whole film.
Yeah,
like, really, the performance in his face. Yeah. Anyway, Marty Supreme. Please let us know your thoughts.
I mean, it's the big blockbuster of the moment. Do you recommend it to people? I mean, do we recommend it based on, definitely if you're on heart medication, know what this is before you go into it?
Oh my goodness.
Have like a beeper on hand.
Yeah. Let's not
take your Apple Watch off. It's going to start being like, you're being mugged, are you? It's a stressful film, but do you think it's worth it?
I think if you're into what the Safdie brothers do, yes, and also it's a well-made film. So yes, it's worth it. And just because I maybe wanted a different thing, that's not what the film was. So
do you think there's going to be like awards buzz around this one? Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Okay. You heard it.
Oh no, he won an award. He won the Golden Globe last night.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.